Okay, I see. I see. We are live, and I don't see anybody in the room yet. Nobody in the room yet. Hello, everybody. I'm coming live from an undisclosed location deep in the heart of Southern California. And let's see what we got. Ah. Just broke this nice fine lead. Okay, so 4 concept roughs.
It's my parody.
Yes. And for those of you who haven't watched these before, I'm doing some Kickstarter reward sketches for the Cheetah Kickstarter, which we're still working on fulfilling those right now. But here's one of the pieces that I did. You can see some of the earlier videos. This is one I just finished, and I'm going to do watercolor on this. But for this video, I'm going to actually just pen and ink, start penciling and inking them. So, got some blank pieces ready. And this is a watercolor paper, because I'm going to do a little bit of an ink color wash on there too. Watercolor and ink wash. So here's some of the concepts, the thumbnails that I have laid out. And just if you hear any noise background, that's just my co-hosts Mikey and Becky, and they're working on art right now. So it's going to be a joint live stream. So once all you hear them comment. But okay, so anyway, here is
Two-parter.
I have this one, the toilet one, which you guys already seen. The layout on this, and I'm going to work on, let's see, this one's off the chart. This is not doing that one. This is gonna be the one I'm going with, not the attacking his computer with a hatchet. So sounds like this. One giant eraser X. So okay. So I'm kind of thinking, I'm torn between, this one is going to be a Captain Britain. Captain Britain with Time Cheetah, but it's the 1970s Captain Britain. So it's the 1970s, the herb trim Captain Britain costume. So let's see, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, get a better idea of what I'm doing. And like I said, these are all the little thumbnails I just sketch out to kind of give myself an idea. So I'm still haven't figured out which one I'm going to do right now. I think I'm going to do, let's see. You know what? I think I'm going to go with the, I think I'm going to go with the Captain Britain. Captain Britain and Time Cheetah. It's kind of like a little bit of a spoof from, it's a spoof from the Step Brothers poster, movie poster. So let's get going at it. Okay. Let's see. Getting my here we go. A little bit of find my herb trim references. Here we go. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, here we go. Herb Trim. Herb Trim. I don't know if I'm saying the name right at all, but I'd like to do a little border on these before I start going to town. Just to kind of give myself like a little bit of a bleed space. Okay. So,
it's 4 pages.
okay. So I'm just gonna do a little quick sketch, kind of rough in everything. It's gonna be just kind of just to get the placement of everybody. That's
Gone. It's like his face got clawed away, and he's all covered in gum. So it's gonna be like total.
okay. So this is going to be based off of the Step Brothers poster, kind of like a little parody. Captain Britain, 1970s Captain Britain, to be exact. Let's see. And I'm doing these kind of small. This is only like, I think it's like, man, what is this measurement? I don't even know. Okay, it's gonna be 6 by 9, which is, man, pretty small. I'm not used to drawing really small. I guess, you know, I guess that's not really true. When you're doing comic books, the panels are definitely smaller than this, so I gotta get myself get myself back into that zone. Kind of fool yourself into thinking you're drawing large when you're drawing these big giant 11 by 17 pages, but the truth is you're drawing a bunch of small little drawings on a big page. Okay. I think Deadpool, like, didn't they do this type of Step Brothers parody, movie poster parody? I think they did for the movie poster, or some fan did, because I've seen a bunch of like mock like movie posters of Deadpool mimicking mimicking certain well-known posters. Let's see. Let me actually try to get this center more. I don't know if I should zoom out or zoom in. Here, I'll zoom in. Concentrate on the face. So I don't have any music going this time. Usually I have like 80s music. Hey Tommy, how's it going? Yeah, just this is gonna be yeah, a little smaller than the last ones, and the reason is because well, I was supposed to do the sketches small. These are just like the rewards are supposed to be a certain size, but I did it larger because it's a little bit easier for me to just kind of draw them out. But then I just realized it's gonna cost more to ship an oversized drawing. So I'm not the one sending these either. The writers are the ones who are putting this together. So I gotta be respectful and mindful of those guys because they're putting in all the time of mailing these things out. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Okay. It's funny is I've never was really familiar with this '70s version of Captain Britain. So how you doing, Tommy? Let's see. Of course, you got the British flag, the Union Jack. I would usually have music playing. I was saying earlier, I have music playing, but two of my videos got I don't know if you can't say banned. They got basically just taken down because of the music copyright. I listen to a lot of soundtracks, and my earlier ones I have soundtracks that are mostly obscure films or films that aren't very popular, maybe. So I don't think they were recognized or the copyright wasn't as stringent on them. But I can't. It was Fox that took down one, and then one was a Japanese soundtrack that threw a red flag up. So yeah, two of my videos are gone. I just don't want that to happen. I gotta get some royalty-free music. I'm probably gonna maybe grab some discs or something next time. This is kind of like a spur of the moment type of stream. Hmm. Oh. Spur of the moment stream, and let's see how many people are on here. Hey Toom, how you doing? Thanks, Nella. Welcome yourself. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, it's morning. It's morning where you are, huh? Tommy? Yeah, Mikey's actually here, but he's just stepped out of the room. We actually have Mikey and Becky is here. Oh, Finland. Wow. Cool. We have people all over the world, all over the map. Let's see. Hey Andy, how's it going? It's almost the whole gang's almost here, huh? You see Finns everywhere. The conquering the internet, wow. It's going, huh? Oh, I see, I see. I'm trying to get this mask. I'm trying to figure out how his mask emblem looks. He's got the Union Jack, but there we go. Is this hearts? Yeah, this is a Kickstarter reward sketch. So we're just fulfilling all of the different reward tiers that we had for the Kickstarter time Cheetah book. I actually have the See, here's the cover. Here's the cover for this, for that particular book. I have it on the tablet. So yeah, this one takes place with Henry Ford, and it's like a race for his fortune. You mean the competition for Tomb? Yeah, thanks guys. The competition for Agenda, right? Yeah, I still have to. I still have to put that one. Do that the video. I'm gonna actually have to do that next week because the campaign was still going. We were in what's it called? In demand, which I wasn't aware of until we were in demand. And I'm like, oh, it's still going. So I was wondering if I should just let it going, but I didn't promote it further. So I think I'll just wrap it up because I think it's still going right now. See, what was that? Slacker. See, Zach posted images of the Jawbreakers. Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of books coming out in 2019, man. A lot of CG books coming. So I know Art T Bear's got Black and White's coming out, the remastered. I think it's still going. It might have already. No, I think maybe. Yeah, January ended. Let's see. I want to make sure I don't draw his head too big here. I mean, yeah, sure, it would lend to the comedy of it, but. Yeah, Jawbreakers and Bigfoot Bill. Yeah, and Agenda. We got that book coming out. We're trying to push right now for I believe it's the end of February. It's gonna be tight. Yeah, but we need to push ourselves. So I believe I want to stick to the deadline. So we want to get this done and get it out there because we've been working on it before we made the announcement or the run on the Indiegogo. We've been working on it for like a year, just kind of getting the designs and everything down and trying to get our schedules. James and I getting our schedules in sync. More on my end because I was working on time, Cheetah. Yeah, yeah. No, yeah. I used to have a problem with the straight-on faces as well because it's like that's where you can't like really fudge it. You know, you have to really. I mean, if it's off, you can tell it's off. And with like a three-quarters view, you can kind of be off a little bit with the eyes or placement could be a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect, and you can kind of get away with that. Wow, man. Thanks. Thanks, Toom. Definitely, we'll set you up with some good original comic art pages for your time and for your money. Show our appreciation. Because, yeah, definitely appreciate it, man. I know how it is, man. People spend your hard-earned coin on art. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to read some of these comments for you. Cyberfrog, Asgard, Brutus, Red Rooster, Jawbreakers, Lone Star, Graveyard Shift, Johnny Phantasm. I'm not sure about that one. Earthbound looks cool too. Detective Dead, Conflict, and Sovereign. Man, it's a lot of books. Doug's Black Friday pack. Okay. Yeah, Earthworm Jim. Yeah, man, I used to play that game a lot. That game is still fun. That's cool, man. Yeah. I know the lower tier guys definitely appreciate it. Because, I mean, if you get yeah, if you can back whatever you can do, there's certain books you're gonna like more than others, maybe because they they're more up your alley. I broke it. I don't know, man. I think it's the Finns. People from Finland, man. They're breaking my connection. They're taking over the internet. I'm just giving you a hard time. No, sometimes the connection out here. It says storming out here now. All right, cool, great. Yeah, it's been storming out here, and of course I can't really complain compared to what you guys are getting in the Midwest and the East Coast of the U.S. But we have some storm clouds that are kind of giving us crappy connections. Of course, it's only rain, but it didn't rain today. It rained yesterday, but today's been pretty good. Yeah, 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 man, that'd be great. I mean, for the next agenda, we'll have that going. Because I believe we want to try to do the agenda books every quarter. So that way it gives people a little time to kind of recoup their finances, enjoy the books, and then we go to the next story. But James definitely has planned some more books. Uh, I'm not sure how many issues it's going to be, but these are going to be 48-page books piece, so hopefully we'll cover a lot of story in each book. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to ask him to see if he can get on the if he wants to go on there. That get him on board of that drawn and quartered. I think Mike could do some good trash talking. Let's see. See, we'll see how many books I get in good condition to hear. Oh yeah, in Finland, right? I believe that's where Tommy said he was Finland. I never really even thought about that, but yeah. I know we had some friends in Germany that we tried to ship some books to, and it got pretty expensive. I was surprised. Let's see. Oh yeah, by the way, Becky and Mike just stepped in, so Tomb's here. He said hello to both you guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Andy's too. Andy.
Hello.
Hi.
And then we have some other visitors. One from Finland, Tommy.
Hi, Tommy.
And I believe I pronounced it right. It's not, I believe it's Tommy. So yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, thanks. We got 5 people in. But kind of lost connection for a second there, but we got it back. Okay. Oh. Hey, Mighty Geek Studios is here too. How you doing? Yeah, everyone says hi back to you guys. Yeah, as I said in the beginning of the video, I'm in an undisclosed location deep in the heart of Southern California. So I'm not at my usual digs. But oh yeah, I did. I don't know if any of you saw. I was on the. I did an impromptu art auction at on Mike Miller's channel on Fridays. He started a new. I think it's going to be a new like weekly thing, where they auction off different artists' works, and I literally didn't even know about it until like 5 minutes before I jumped on. And I sold 2 pieces. I sold the 2 of the drawn and quartered pieces I did. Was it Skeletor and Cable? And don't worry, I put aside the Wolfman one for now. But I'm gonna be trying to sell some more work again this coming Friday, and I'll probably put up some pictures to kind of give people an idea what's gonna be on the block there. Cool, good. Yeah, one of the four days a year we get rain. Yeah, Andy, it doesn't rain a lot, but when it does, man, it comes down pretty good. Like it seems like everything's not really made for handling the rain. I mean, it seems like it just floods the sidewalks and everything so quickly. Come on. It's not working. Oh, my pencil jammed up. Well, that's why I got 2 pencils. Okay, I got this. Thank you.
Are you ashamed to have this bunny pencil?
Bunny pencil. Becky's gonna let me use her bunny pencil. Yeah. I don't think they'd be shocked to know you have a bunny pencil.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yep, but I remembered too. Let's see, when are we going to publish the book? I'm assuming you're talking about agenda. We're having an agenda. The deadline is going to be the end of this month. That's the deadline set. And like I said, we're running a little behind, but I'm working to stick to that. It's gonna be a little bit crazier even in the next coming weeks. But we're trying to stick to the deadline though. We want to get it out on time. Oh, below freezing temperatures. Whew. Wow, below freezing, man. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have some more art like on Friday. Like I said, I'm gonna try to advertise for that. And I got so much stuff I gotta do. Here's one of the finished, well, not finished, but almost finished Time Cheetah reward sketches. I'm gonna do a quick watercolor on that one, just a really, basic. But I don't know, weird request, man. They wanted him on a toilet, so I just did this quick one. Some of the requests are kind of like,
Disturbing.
yeah, a little disturbing. It's just funny. Wow, it was colder in Chicago than in the North Pole. Was I there when they had the blizzard? I don't know. It might have felt like it. I moved in 2000 and man, I can't believe I moved 2006. That's crazy. But I mean, I experienced the snow over there. Like, man, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just go right in with some ink. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll just go right in. Let's see. Get some tools of trade. I see you said you finished your Salacious Crumb Autos. Okay. Nice. Man, racking up those autos. Those autographs. Warm weather, negative 10 degrees Celsius. Wow. Yeah, I saw a guy back in on YouTube. He had a jug of boiling water or hot water, I should say. And this is in Alaska, and it was like 30 below, and he just threw it up in the air and it's turned to snow. See, blizzards are fun. If you get outside, yeah. Jabba's Palace. Definitely a classic scene. So yeah, blizzards are fun before people start walking their dogs. Yeah, and then you get snow cone effect out there. The flavored ice. Let's see. There we go. Since I traveled with these, I put the ink bottle in a plastic baggage in case something happens. I don't have ink spill in my bag. And then I get little bubble pops. And I carry my ink, my sake glasses for my ink. $110. Wow, 110 in that's crazy, man. I thought, yeah, I guess Australia. For some reason, I thought Australia would get cold. The land down under would get cold once in a while. I mean, the outback. I mean, it probably does, but man, 110. let's see. Okay. That's right. Yeah,
Mike
be
does-
careful with the
does
dogs.
drawn and quartered.
What was
When
that?
does he do- He said, when does Mike do the drawn and quartered?
Oh. Oh, and you mean Mike Miller? He does the drawn and quartered on. Yeah, he draws it on Wednesdays, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock California time. So Pacific Standard Time, is that what it is? Okay, let's see here. Zoom in a little bit. You're not too far from Antarctica and you're living on the sun. That's crazy. Yeah, some dogs like it, but some people keep their dogs out. Like they never let them in. Like they're always like, I know some people who just had like dog houses, and some people have heated dog houses too. But still, man, when it gets to a certain temperature, man, I wouldn't want to keep my dog outside. I think I'm gonna get. Well, it's summer in the southern hemisphere. Let's see. Captain Britain. This is the first time I ever drew Captain Britain. 70s herb trim style. Or I should say outfit. It's all new to me. Yeah, sorry for the lack of music.
I get home.
Yep, Captain Britain. Yeah, Mike's humming for you guys, for you.
It's the final countdown. No,
Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do.
they'll log out.
Yeah, but I don't want to lose anybody.
Oh, so we should stop.
I'm just joking. But yeah.
No.
Oh man,
They just lost
that was Mike's
two.
beautiful voice
Did
there.
we really?
They just lost two, Becky, for that little tone that you put out.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened.
Totally messed up. Wait, that's what happens?
No, this is Captain Britain from the 1970s herb trim. That's the person requested 1970s costume. So. But yeah, did they change him again? Because I haven't kept up on Captain Britain. see what his gloves look like. Okay.
Cappy.
Let's see.
He looks more like a ninja than the old one,
Yeah, I know, doesn't he?
which I kind of like.
Yeah, I know, it's funny. Captain Britain. Yeah, no. Yeah, I wonder if they could give you like a copyright strike for humming like a well-known song. Like if you did it so well that they would just be like, we gotta block this video. It's ridiculous though, really, that they. I mean, I could see if you added the music, like you looped the music, you know, onto like the actual background. But it's like if you're playing music in the background that's not actually made onto the video, like come on. And it's not like it's these videos are, you know, selling a product really. I mean, these live streams are harmless.
That's what they all say.
They just let the people listen to their music. You should be thankful that we love their music.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Preach it.
right, Becky?
Yeah.
I know I'm just preaching to the choir.
Hallelujah.
Oh, he had a full cowl. Wow. Yeah, it's new to me, this design. I don't know why. You know, I almost forgot the most important part of his costume is going to be, it's the 70s, right? So he's got this medallion.
Please don't drip ink anywhere.
Oh.
Oh, what did you do?
I like to mess with Becky sometimes. Act like I spilled ink. I just don't want to really do it here. Oh, look at that. Hey, that's perfect.
Hmm?
Look.
Wait, you smeared it?
Yep. I smeared the ink on the drawing. Don't worry, I'm not going to lose it. I'm not going to throw
Yeah,
any
you only
furniture.
smeared it where there's a black space.
Yeah, that's true. See? That's why I'm not smashing furniture right now.
If you did on that, I'd be like, you're weak.
See, I'll let you see my mistake here.
You could just take what Bob Ross says.
What does he say?
There's no mistakes, just little
Happy accents. Look, here's some happy accents right here for y'all. Check those happy accents out. For some reason, I don't feel too happy about it, but. Here I was joking about spilling ink on Becky's.
We'd call that karma.
Bad karma.
Oh,
Well, now you're gonna wash me. See, how do I fix that? Well, here's a good spot right here. It's gonna be black anyway. This whole suit's gonna be black. This part right here, I can use a little bit of shadow. I can use some white, kind of fix that. This one's not too much of a problem either. I can use that. So, all things considered, it smeared in the right spots. So, continuing on, I'm going to ink Time Cheetah's ears, and hopefully I won't smear anything else. Oh, if any of you missed that that live auction on Friday, Mike Miller, Blacklist Universe, is having another auction. He actually auctions off some comic book pages from his DC work, and Ethan auctioned off a Sharpie drawing he did with his foot for about $600, I believe it was. So yeah, it's an interesting night. And I guess I think he has them planned for every Friday evening around 7, I think it is. So different artists are going to be jumping on there and selling some original art. So I'm going to try to...
Gotta get it back, Keith. Case of athlete's feet. And do
Yeah.
some drawings.
Yes,
I just might set the camera up on the
yes.
floor, take my shoes off, and do some live
Toe
foot drawings.
jam drawings.
Ew.
Yeah, do some live jam
Ew,
drawings.
no. Oh, that sounds like hate. The words in my heat.
See, how much did mine go for?
I'm gonna
Well,
break
Mike tweeted it out, but not as much as I wanted to, but made a few $100. I sold the 8.5 by 14 Skeletor for $150. Yeah, Andy said, "I see Becky's not falling to feet." Because the background, you're like, "Ooh, ooh."
Yeah.
It's not that bad. You haven't. I don't think you've seen my feet except at the
Yeah, I
beach
have.
covered with sand.
Yeah,
I have model's feet.
that's allowed.
I didn't tell you what kind of model.
Oh.
Lumberjack model.
Okay, I don't have model feet either. I don't like the feet, actually.
You don't have feet, you have hose.
Oh,
She's got dainty ballerina feet.
thanks. Named after my mom, because she was one.
Yeah, her mom was a dancer. She is a dancer. I just gave Timesheet a Joker smile. Creepy. Toom said his wife hates feet.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I know women who I know not just women but men too, but they just can't stand feet. And
I don't know.
I'm not one of those people. I'm not a foot fetish person, but I guess it depends on the feet. All right, because there's some feet that I can't
I
stand
don't
either.
find feet attractive, but I can find them disgusting.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, here's the thing. I've seen women that I actually got along with, and I seen their feet, and I was like, nah, I'm not interested in them anymore. It was like so messed up looking. It looked like two slabs of raw hamburgers shoved in a sandal. I was like, there's no freaking bone there. It's hanging off the ledge of the sandal.
Ew.
Yeah. I was like, how did a woman that looked that good have
So
feet
she
that
has a
look...
lot of fat? Kind of
Or no
thing,
bone.
She was freaking ripped. She had feet that was hanging off the side of her sandal like there was no bone in it. Like it was made out of gelatin. Made me want to vomit.
Oh, wow, that's dreadful.
Oh man, now it's the foot fetish hour here.
Oh, man.
He played a game online, so he called the character Toe Sucker.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's hilarious.
It's over mad. That sounds like something I would do.
Oh, no.
Toe sucker. Oh, that's
One
good.
thing I don't understand is
What?
like in the old TV shows or films, you know, it's like the guy is like holding on with his foot or like massaging something. I'm like, nah, no. I'm like highly ticklish. So anything like that happens, I'm just like gonna drop kick you. Cause it's like, you know, like even if they're trying to be like all romantic, I'm like, nope, nope. I'm too ticklish. That's bad because yeah. I'm like, don't look at me.
Ooh,
Oh, don't mess up.
don't mess up. That's
Don't
right.
mess
See, that's
up.
one thing. One downside to inking with the dip pens is that these nibs is that the ink does not dry very quickly, especially if you're doing thicker lines. So I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna hold it up to the light. Let's see. See that on the right by my thumb there? See how it glistens in this light? That's all wet. That's gonna take time to dry. So I want to ink the face, but my hand's gonna go right there, and you know what's gonna happen. Repeat. Don't want that happening. Yeah. Oh, don't even read that. Read that to Becky Toombs' comment there. Oh man.
Rough feet tend to give off a cheesy smell, and that's gotta be a plus for dairy lovers.
Oh man.
And the Andes is bad too. Well, if they're smelly, calloused, and ingrown nails everywhere. I could see your point.
Ew.
But no, I'm not kidding. It looked like anybody know Sergio Garne, how he draws. He'll draw like these attractive women, but he'll draw like these legs that go down to like a flat slab of scribble lines, where there's no real bone in it or shape to a foot. It's just a scribble to end the stub. That's how this girl's foot looked. I don't want to say her name because she's listening.
Oh.
But I was like, I remember she was like, man, you could tell there was a difference in how I acted towards her after that. After I seen her.
Wow.
I try to be nice, but I
Uh-huh,
was like, I
uh-huh.
wasn't interested. I was like, once I seen that, I was like, man. Hair coming out of the knuckles. Okay, this is getting gross.
Oh,
This is getting worse and worse.
Oh
I'm a
man,
visual person too. That's
I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping at night.
What is acceptable?
Yeah. No, it's funny. As a kid,
I don't see.
I remember that awkward stage when you're like like just becoming a teenager and you start smelling like you start. It's like my feet, man, smelled bad as a kid, and I realized the reason was because I wore my shoes and socks all day long. Like I never, even when I got home, people would take their shoes off to relax. I'd keep my shoes on, and it's funny. Is like now I never even have a foot order problem. Like no one in my family does, thankfully. So it's like it was weird when looking back. I'm like that was weird. It was one time in my life where that was a thing. Now it's like not even a thought. Hey, so what's her name, Mikey? I
Nope.
like hamburgers and a little knuckle hair dental floss after. Oh.
Ew.
Man, come on. Man.
Now you're really grossing them out.
You're grossing me out, not the girls. You know?
Yeah. Becky's like, what have I let you in my place for?
Why? Get out!
It's funny because my mom used to think I was like really weird about that. She goes, "You got a problem there, you know." And what's funny is one day she had this like magazine sitting on the table, and on the back ad had this like older lady standing on a rock overlooking a cliff, and the lady was barefoot, and I just go, "Oh man, that's messed up, Mom. Throw that over, flip it over, man. Don't leave that like that on the counter." And she's like, "What?" And she goes, I don't know, that lady's really pretty. And I go, "Look at her feet, look at them." And she started laughing hysterically because she even had to admit it looked like pounded hamburger. It was like, and I was like, how the freak did they not Photoshop that? You know, it's like, yeah.
Was it? Oh, nice. It is better.
Yeah. But that's why I always say when I talk to people about drawing, I say, rule number one with comics: no ugly chicks.
I know that rule.
That's my rule, and I don't mean like every woman has to look exactly the same, but I mean in comics, first off, comic books is about creating iconic images, and the shorthand for cartooning for every attempt to draw a female is always what? Eyelashes is shorthand for a female eye. Lips that are pronounced are shorthand for, even if they're thin-lipped, it's you don't really pay a lot of attention to the guy's lip when you draw a cartoon, but when you draw like a girl, you kind of like accentuate some of it, and then like the other shorthand is breast. If you're drawing a female, you know you draw curves, and it's the easiest way to draw attractive women. Now you can vary the type of way you put that together, but if they have those three things together, instantly you have an iconic female character, and people automatically can kind of relate to it. You can make the nose long, the chin long, whatever. Oh, we need mics. Sorry.
Is it hard to hear you guys, Mike?
I'll just talk louder, you know. But yeah, I was just saying, like, you know, my number one rule is no ugly chicks. Be iconic when you create women. Long eyelashes. Pronounce the lips. You know, have some curves. You know, like whatever size curves you're drawing, have some curves. That's iconic. And a lot of people nowadays, when they draw cartoon women, they forget that they're not just trying to make something reality based. They're trying to make it appealing to a wide variety of people, instantly recognizable as a female character that's supposed to be attractive if the story is attractive. And there's different ways to make different varying levels of attractiveness, but every single female character should be appealing. Just as like you don't read a superhero comic and expect to see a bunch of fat superheroes, because you want to see these guys that look like they can, even if they're not the hugest muscles in the world, they look like they can actually do the physical feats they're doing, whether they have the powers or not. And like something went wrong, lately with these comic artists is they like to draw really dumpy females and play down the things that are very feminine in iconic, design.
But they don't do it with the guys, though.
Yeah, and they don't play that down with the guys. But I noticed, like, for instance, the new Battle Angel Alita movie, I'm interested in seeing it. But the way he's an extra thick. I'm not saying that,
Well, the CG guys, fans tend to like that.
But I'm saying, like, for instance, Battle Angel, if you notice, they gave her the really big manga eyes. But when they drew the eyelashes, they did not pronounce them. The eyelashes didn't get larger to cover that large eye when it closes. They actually look very fine and like actually not very thick for such large eyes. And if they really wanted her to look attractive, they would have played those up a little more. And just like in the manga, the way he drew, was it Kashiro? The way he drew Battle Angel, her Alita, her lips. He, even when he didn't shade him in with tone or even connect the lines, he would always imply like the top part of the lip or the bottom if with a shadow. Like he'd imply like she had like a feminine feature. And I noticed in this CGI one, they really downplayed. Her lips aren't very pronounced. She doesn't have a very much eyelashes, and it makes her look more plain. And they're trying to push that, like, hey, a plain woman is an attractive woman. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of attractive women that naturally have thick eyelashes. And especially when it's CG, you're playing up, like I said, cartoon shorthand. That's still cartooning. It's more realistic cartoons, but it's cartooning.
Yeah, it's true. They said they have men playing female characters in Marvel comics. No, it's like, there's some guys, like, you always think, I mean, when I was in the comics too, you'd be like, well, this guy doesn't draw that women that well, because sometimes they would say, like, the other comic artist would joke kid Bart Sears, because some of his women in the old Justice League book look like especially Power Girl would look like almost like a dude with a square jaw, and breast. But no, he drew impeccable figures. But now it's like he's kind of almost like it's celebrated if you draw. The guys are getting work, they look like they can't really draw women. Like I said, they're drawing men with their physiques, the ideal physiques, like being strong, muscular, and everything. But the women, they draw chiseled features for the guys. But then when it comes to women's feminine look, it's like they're like ashamed to draw women looking too feminine or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, they did that with Spider-Man, the new one.
Oh,
I saw the trailer. The girl doesn't look. She could use some makeup.
Oh, in the Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
Oh no, you're talking about the Spider-Man live action.
Yeah.
He said, well, Alita is a droid. Yeah, I don't have a problem with the ginormous eyes. I want her eyelashes to match, to be more like exaggerated, since her eyes are so exaggerated. And I agree. Frank Cho does excellent figures. He's well, you can tell he actually enjoys a certain body type. Obviously, he draws really thick muscle women, But yeah, he said there's a lot of manly mams that are playing football today.
Yeah, the Super Bowl.
But yeah, totally. Yeah, Frank Cho, man, I loved his Liberty Meadows stuff. I think better though than his superhero stuff, because I don't mind muscular women. I just I think it was nice seeing somebody doing a style that nobody was doing at the time. He drew more feminine, like softer looking women in Liberty Meadows. Yeah, but yeah, he does have curvy women, but they look like athletic. They look like they would be pretty tough.
No, what's weird is
That's why I thought he was good at Wonder Woman. The stuff he was doing on the Wonder Woman covers.
no, what's weird though. He was getting a lot of hate from people for drawing women looking too feminine.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
and yeah, he was getting a lot of flack, and so knowing because the way his personality is, he just kind of doubled down and started going more exaggerated even, and he's just like, yeah,
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. He kind of does make his women feel like more bodybuilders now. Yeah, they're really, yeah, they do have a lot of more muscle tendons and all that.
Well, Frank, he said I talked with him a few times, but he likes women like with like meaty calves and ankles.
So he definitely.
He kind of likes the cankles look. He said, that's his thing. So
Cankles.
cankles.
I saw that the Tekken comic I read. They definitely broke your rule of don't draw ugly chicks. They did. They killed it.
Tenkin?
Yeah. They, Xiao Yu with the pigtails.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh, it looks terrible. I just.
Yeah, I know what's funny is
what
like,
the heck?
because I
Actually,
remember.
just gave up reading it. Actually, it's like I'll just play the video game. I'm just gonna look at the concept art of the real artist and I'm like, what is this?
Oh yeah, he said Frank Cho. He turned on him when he was attacking Comicsgate supporters who liked his stuff. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that was stupid.
that was just kind of cowardly. But I can understand these people don't like being on the outside of any peer group.
And they don't know what's going on because comic artists a lot of times just busy working on their own stuff. So they get the tail end of something like people saying, "Hey, these guys are a bunch of Nazis. These guys are a bunch of women haters." And they're like, "Oh, I don't like that." And so they just jump on the bandwagon.
Oh no!
But,
He said, "Did you hear about how Marvel was looking for a butt double for Brie Larson and Captain Marvel?"
are you no?
No, are you serious?
That's me. That's gotta be me. That's
Is that real?
He said, "Yeah, Captain No Ass." Angel said he he lost respect for Frank Cho too when he said turn on comic gators. Yeah, that was just sad.
Yeah, a lot of those guys, like I said, they just they don't know what's going on.
They don't know women.
Yeah.
Like on that, I'd be like, listen, man. Just try right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny because I didn't know anything about the Comicsgate stuff myself. Not until I started talking with some of the guys, and I was surprised because I heard some stuff about it, and when I go, these guys, like I've said it before, and I'm like, these guys are nothing like what they're saying. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. I think the best thing to do is ignore the people that are going on attacking and saying a bunch of crap on Twitter. I just ignore them.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm?
I said you should educate yourself before you insult people about what's going on.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly. And yeah, take into account the people who are telling you who these people are. I mean, if they attacked you, why are you going to attack someone else? I mean, they should know how it feels being attacked.
Andy says we gotta look at the production stills of Brie in her green costume. She's got a flat butt. I'll have to check that out now. We're talking about this. Yeah. Let's see.
To me, the thing that bothered me, I thought was weird, is she never has any facial expressions. She's looks like she's just always melancholy.
Mm.
That's my only complaint, I guess I would say.
Well, I respected, what's that, Gal Got It? how she put on muscle for Wonder
Oh, yeah.
Woman,
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
looked curvy. Because like man, when she was in the Fast and Furious movie, man,
Yeah,
she was
looks
like just a
thick.
Skeletor, and I remember thinking she's gonna be Wonder Woman. That's horrible. And then when she showed up looking the way she did, where she looked like okay, she's
Yeah, she looked like a Wonder Woman.
yeah, she took the part seriously. I mean, imagine if Chris Evans showed up, like, and he was all out of
Captain
shape
America.
and had,
He had a
got,
beer belly. Full chain
people would have
going.
gave him a hard time.
Oh, yeah.
They might have been deleting the pictures I found of her because she looks like she has a butt in the other photos.
Maybe they digitally enhanced.
Maybe they were hearing this live stream. They thought, oh, we gotta delete this quickly. You're talking about it. We got time yet?
I'm looking. Maybe I think I just typed in green suit. Green.
There, he's done. I'm just joking. He's not done.
Yeah. It's not done yet.
Look at those feet. He's on fire.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen some. Yeah. No, I haven't heard any early reviews of Captain Marvel. Yeah.
Yeah. Gal Gadot.
You don't have to fill it all the way.
That's what you want to do.
No, just pour it in.
Let's see. So
Oh, how long that take?
Cat steals the show. I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with the cat.
I'll take some.
I gotta be honest. I'm not familiar with the movies, the Marvel ones, the name of the characters or even the actors. But
Well, you don't have any more?
No, I do. I got a jug left.
he took all of Becky's water.
Oh, that's the only way she'll learn.
Good thing it's raining.
Oh. No, I offered him water. He can accept it.
Her cat is a better actor. That's funny.
Yeah, that's the thing about Israelis. They all have to serve, as citizens and be on call to what is it, active duty every certain amount of years. I respect that though.
Me
Yeah.
too. Me too.
Oh, that's cold water. Tastes good.
Looks a lot better than my bathroom floor. Yeah, I got this.
Said no worries. She getting by? Like,
It's okay. I just gotta put this.
let's see. Oh yeah, yeah. She was an Israeli soldier. That's right. You have to serve in the military for 2 years. It's basically that's how it is in South Korea. You have to serve in the military. Everyone has to serve 2 years. That's my one friend. His dad moved his family out of there because he didn't want his sons to have to go through that because he said it was rough. I guess he said the military, they're pretty brutal on you in Korea. At least during his era, they're pretty rough. Oh, France does the same thing. I didn't know that. I think didn't they do that in Switzerland too? I think they make you join the military, and I think they make you keep your
Thanks.
weapon that was issued to you.
Thank you.
I heard.
I gotta stop drawing cookies. I'm sorry. I have it.
Oh, is Glass out?
Yeah, glass is out.
Oh man, I want to see that Tuesday.
Oh yeah, $5 Tuesday.
Yes.
Yeah, Endgame, man. I want to see the Avengers Endgame. I have a feeling. Yeah, I have a feeling. Well, I think I know what's going to happen for some of my favorite characters. Because I think this is going to be the last movie for a lot of these guys. Because they're getting older and they probably want to end on a high note. So it's understandable, but it sucks too because you just want to see those character guys do the movies. I hope they just, if they end the characters being, well, if they end with these actors, I hope they end the Marvel movies for a while at least, because I don't want to see like a revamp of Iron Man or revamp of Captain America with other actors. I think they just need to give it a rest for a while.
Just stop it off.
No. Yeah, I heard Chris Evans, he didn't really want to act.
Oh, he was retiring.
Yeah, and but I mean, think about this, man. This is a moneymaker for him, so
Oh, yeah.
he's not gonna turn that down. But yeah, he wanted to direct, make films.
Everybody wants to be Clint Eastwood or Mel Gibson when it comes to changing their careers.
And some guys though, they actually started off in acting because they wanted to be directors or writers, but they couldn't get the gig, so they just got in the only way they could. Which sounds weird because
Oh, Chris Evans is a douche.
Is it?
Oh, that's what he said. He goes, he's not very patriotic.
I think it's like the same thing with this whole
That's ironic.
comic CG thing. Is like people.
See, my playback ended.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Refresh it.
All right. Wait a sec.
Is it back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, good. Okay, so we're back. Yeah, this things. I try not to find out too much about the actors that I do like because they always end up, not being what I hope they would be.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. has made a lot of money. Yeah, he's Andy was saying.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Robert
So-
Downey Jr.
So he said this is his last one too.
Well, he said at the very beginning, he said, I got about a 10-year window and then to play this character and then it's over. He said he said, my look's going to start fading and he said, I'm going to get older looking. So,
Oh yeah, he's past 50.
yeah. So he just said when he started, he's like, I got a 10-year window and I'm going to make as many films as possible with Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yep, just a matter of time. It always goes that way. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm going to start doing some colors. Okay, just a little more. Yeah, I gotta finish that Joker smile. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the end game just because it's been a while since I've been able to sit in a movie theater with a large crowd of people and just have fun, laughing and cheering on the characters. I'm with a big crowd of people. It's been a long time. So I kind of enjoy that aspect of going to the theater.
Andy said they're all crazy. And Anjan said the lag is real.
Is it showing up at all? Like, is it look?
Let's see, move your hand. Let me see how long it takes. Put your hand.
No, it's moving. My shadow's gone.
Is zoomed in. Okay, now your hand's there. Well, it looks like it fixed a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna do a quick watercolors, and then let's see.
Return of the King. Yeah. Oh, that's sad. He said they might as well kill Captain America. They screwed him up in the comics. Yeah. Why not finish him off and put him out of his misery? I don't get what Andy's writing. When I not Z.
He dumped popcorn on his knees, like I think he said last movie that he saw that was like a big giant like a big giant like movie popcorn movie with the fan audience and everything participating and cheering.
Anjan said they made him a Nazi, Captain America.
Oh really? See, I haven't kept up on that. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I did a glimpse of an X-Men comic just like last week or something, and it was Colossus had a beard, like a hipster beard, and I don't know, the characters just didn't look like what I grew up with, so I was like, eh. From what I hear people say and what I hear them talk about.
Oh, he's saying we went to see Return of the King together.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Return of the King. That was fun.
What are they doing to Colossus now? What did you say?
Oh, me?
Because he says, leave Colossus alone.
Oh, because I just said Colossus, they gave him a beard and, like, you know, kind of like, he has kind of like the hipster look where he's got the haircut, the mod haircut, and
I didn't see that.
and the hipster beard. But I'm just like, you know, I don't know. I don't care much about the look as much as, like, I know how they're going to write. I'm just probably really messed up. It's too much dialogue in these books. Like, everybody gets on a soapbox in these new books, and they start, you know, it's like they're all preachy.
I don't remember Andy dumping the popcorn, though. He said he dumped the popcorn with his knee when he went over the railing.
Oh, really? Well, it's been a while, man.
That sounds like something I would do. Says, when I say leave him alone, I don't mean you, Matt. I am talking about trashy Marvel writers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I figured.
No, I remember sitting in the front row at the theater, Andy. I remember, because that railing, we like to put our feet up on the, you know, like a easy, you know, footrest. Yeah, I have to say that was one of the better theaters. Yeah. Do they know Bat and Lash?
I don't know if they do. Oh, you want to put it on the camera? Which, this Mike's sketch, he did a little caricature of an artist that we know, Bat and Lash, that passed away fairly recently, a few weeks ago. And yeah, we used to always sit next to him at little comic signings or conventions. We sit next to him and his wife Jackie, and they're both really sweet. Yeah, they're really he's a sweet guy, nice guy, and great comic book cartoonist. And yeah, it's sad, man. Just it's like a surreal because we just really started to get to know him over the past few years, and yeah, like I said, really sweet people. Just really level-headed, smart, funny, and we're actually going to memorial or celebration of his life next Saturday with a bunch of other comic artists. Everybody gonna show up, and so I'm looking forward to that. Just hearing some stories from people who knew him longer than we have.
Andy said they gave Wolverine a man bun in the comics.
Oh, seriously, man,
I'm not surprised.
man. Oh.
Does he ever wear his Wolverine mask anymore? Because that, to me, I always wish they would have put that in the movie, that mask.
Yeah, I don't think. Oops, let me zoom out.
He said he's old man Logan now. So, for the past couple of years.
Oh, okay.
Toom said he's jealous because we get to meet all these people, and he's out in Australia. But man, you guys got so many good artists in Australia. Yeah,
No, why is he complaining?
you need to go look them up, man. There's so many good people there. Although a couple of them moved here now. That's true. I was just thinking about it. Some of the ones I liked actually moved here.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Well, we're stealing your best artist. Yeah. I think like Australia breeds a lot of really good artists. Like they end up coming over here though, and
Is Ashley Wood Australian?
yeah, and but there's other artists though that I'm talking about that are currently working, but I think they end up leaving comics and going into film. I have to look. Yeah. So is that supposed to really be Wolverine's daughter then? Because he said he goes,
Oh, from that movie?
the alternate reality version of the character after they killed him off earlier, is the man bun. I miss that old Wolverine hair and the crazy mask. If they would have had that leather mask in a movie, how creepy that would have been. It's like that's got to translate really weird in film.
Yeah, that would be sweet. Yeah, I know. I've been out of the loop so long too. I don't really know. I don't know what's going on with the new stuff. And from what I hear, is not missing anything. So, but it's what's kind of nice is they don't change them too much from what I knew of them in the movie versions. I mean, a little bit, but they kind of stick to, it seems like, the older versions of the X-Men or Marvel characters.
He said they have a convention here at the start of April. He said I can go see Colossus and Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, from the Deadpool movie.
Wait, Napoleon Dynamite.
Colossus?
Yeah, the Colossus. But I'm saying he said and Napoleon Dynamite, the actor.
What?
The
Really?
connection, right? It's the actor. What's that guy's name?
Yeah, but it's not the guy who played.
Well, he said yeah, the voice of Colossus because it's just CG. Yeah.
Which character did he play in Dynamite? Napoleon Dynamite.
No, I think he said Napoleon Dynamite is going to be there.
And a voice actor. Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Did I tell you that Josh Brolin's in that Bed of Roses film with Christian Slater?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, this is weird.
Oh, different people. Just the voice of Colossus.
That's what I thought. That's cool. Josh Brolin.
Yeah. It was just so odd. I didn't know he'd be in that movie.
Well, every time I see him, I always think of Goonies, man. Like,
Yeah, I know, me too. That's why I was like, weird.
Goonies.
And then like a girl that plays the best friend, she reminds me of Crystal. Like how her mannerisms are and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just weird. I'm like, what the heck? It's Crystal. So it's pretty funny. I'm just like, what's in the world?
See, I'm just adding in some Time Cheetah colors to that black.
That's a weird family portrait there.
Yeah, it's a weird family. I don't know, I'm just... He said draw them together, and I drew the last Kickstarter. I drew Time Cheetah sitting with Captain Britain, but they were having tea at a little kid's table. And he was in the 80s outfit, or the 90s.
You know what you should do behind them? And you could imply it really roughly with color.
But
Draw a picture on the wall behind them, and it's them in the same pose. Like just splotches of color to represent them. That would just be weird, yeah.
let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to think what. Oh no, I'm gonna do his tongue. Huh?
Andy said the composition looks like something out of a Deadpool book. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's probably this is from the Step Brothers, Step Brothers movie poster. Basically, I'm taking it from that, and I think that's what Deadpool did the same thing. They did the
Whoa.
what was that?
He said, Toom said, Christopher Lloyd, Leah Thompson, Thomas Wilson, James Tolka, and Michael J. Fox are going to be there.
Oh, nice. And Australia.
The
What?
comic show.
Cool.
I'm jealous. I love that. Oh,
Yeah, because they don't come to Comic-Con, I don't think. Maybe they did, but it's one of those Hall H things where you can't get in.
Cheetahs, yeah, they have bluish black tongues, but it doesn't look appealing in comic book form. I tried it when I was coming up with a color scheme. It just looked
Black tongue. Oh man,
It looked weird.
that would be cool. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, cheetahs also don't have human bodies. Yeah,
Yeah, we get away with it on this guy.
yeah, he's something different. Yeah. Oh, in Orlando. He said it's not in.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
Orlando,
how-
okay.
They're traveling all the way to Australia.
That's. I bet you if somebody asked them, they would go to Australia because, I've heard actors where they said they just did movies just to get to see a country that they wanted to go to. So I could imagine them going to a convention if they paid their way, just to be like, hey, I get to go to Australia. Yeah.
It would be cool.
Let's see, blue, blue, blue.
Yeah. Might go a little lighter on that blue there, buddy.
Yeah, I think it's just showing up a little darker.
Yeah, there it goes. That's better. Move it around.
Using that aqua brush, so it's got water constantly coming out of it.
See, mine flows okay if you're pushing the nib, but if you're just dragging it, you don't push it down, it doesn't have any water come out. Which is kind of good because you can control it if you're dragging it around.
I was gonna do a little bit of a. Oh, what am I doing? I just started using water. I tipped it right into the ink. I shall be back in a second. Thankfully, there's a sink not too far away.
Picture.
I don't know.
I found some of the baby stash.
Ooh,
Is that 80s?
I've never heard of that.
Alright.
Yeah, I looked at like this one. I was like, this looks cool, but then I saw that too. I was like, ooh, geez.
No, I didn't see the your Die Hard autographs. So who'd you get? Obviously Bruce Willis, right? One of them. Was it? Did it have Sam Jackson? Oh, nice. Let's see. Boom.
He said, hang on, you did. You said sweet. He said cheetahs do have red tongues. Now he's just playing mind games.
Who's saying that?
Andy.
So what has black tongues then?
Liars.
Oh. You black tongue liar. No, it's funny as I had to try to figure out Reginald Fell Johnson and Robert Davey. Cool. Oh, guess who I got to meet when I lived out in Los Angeles? I got to meet William Forsythe, the actor He was the bad guy in the Steven Seagal movie.
I got these in Motor City.
Oh yeah, Robert Robert Davey or Davey is the guy from the Goonies too.
Nice.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we got to meet William Forsythe and Andrew Divoff. He played in 48 Hours, another 48 Hours. He was a biker gang guy. He also played in Toy Soldiers with Sean Astin, where they terrorists take over a school, like an all boys prep school. And he really cool guys, but
What's it called? Erie?
Yeah.
but yeah, William Forsythe, man, was just, man, he was something else. He was awesome. Really, like, he's in the new movie
Yeah.
with man, what movie is that?
Is that somebody
I have to ask Mike. He remembers. We saw a trailer.
Oh,
He's in with Liam Neeson.
Really?
Glenn Bar.
Clean bar. Oh, okay.
Freaking hipster.
It's kind of like a Taken type of
Sold
film.
paintings for like hundreds of thousands now. Like that.
Oh, classic. I was gonna say this giant dude.
The,
That girl looks like from Cool World, sort of style, but. she looks
Yeah, that's it.
fire.
Cold Pursuit. The blonde guy in that film who's talking to Liam Neeson throughout the whole film, William Forsythe. That's the guy. Yeah, that's him. Cold Pursuit. That's what we talked to him in Vegas. We talked to him for like, I don't know, half hour, an hour. We just talked with him and telling him stories about growing up, and he was telling us stories about when he grew up in I think it was New York, and he said to survive, he said,
Wait a minute.
he had to either be tough or be crazy. So he said he had to act crazy,
Boy, you have to really look out for those.
which is probably where he got his acting chops. Trial by fire. So let's see. Here we go. And this is gonna be tricky
You just cut a frisbee
for
and they splatter the paint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you do a toothbrush or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like playing
I
with
did
that.
that too.
So here we go.
So cool.
Step brothers, identical step brothers.
Oh, that's nice. Man.
And then he did a story one where it's Cliff's Wildlife.
Wow. Oh. Yeah, this looks pretty wild. Hey, Ben's work. Oh, that's cool.
He's looking at his time.
Yeah. Oh,
Carbon
is this
fire
all
on the
done
corner.
without any
He's like,
word bubbles?
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. William Forsythe.
Same thing
He was
that,
in.
like, Sergio Aragonés
Oh, he was in The Substitute with Tom Derringer, as it was, where he was the substitute school teacher,
grab his body.
but he was really a special
And
ops or a
just
merc.
fall on him.
And
It's
yeah, William Forsythe's in that one. He's in
his body and he's
Stone Cold.
ramming it and dressing
Um,
up and scare people.
What movie was it? The Brian Bosworth movie
Plus, the lady
with
comes in,
Lance Henriksen, with their biker gang guys.
and she hits it,
Yeah, he's been in
and
tons
then
of
all a
movies,
sudden
man.
it, like, falls over and hits the
Career Opportunities
Turn of-
with Jennifer Connelly.
And then all of a sudden,
Oh. Dear.
then they put him next to a homeless guy, blind guy begging, peep into a girl. And then
Oh,
the
yeah,
girl's
yeah.
looking.
Oh dear.
Yeah, dude. Oh, he was in also the movie Raising Arizona, the Coen Brothers film with John Goodman. He played the younger brother with Escape from Prison. William Forsythe made a baby face then. He's also in Cloak and Dagger, an 80s film where he had a beard and glasses, and he was the computer nerd who was helping out the actor who played Elliot in E.T. Yeah, Cloak and Dagger was the movie. That was an early 80s movie. Early 80s. Let's see, I'm going to try something out.
What the heck does this?
Yeah, Flat Top and Dick Tracy is right. Yeah, dude, he was really cool, man. I mean, I was kind of nervous about meeting him
It's like one person.
because here he was just sitting there, in Vegas. We went to this Fangoria show, and he was just sitting there, and I just, he's kind of intimidating, man. Even when because he's sitting there and he was talking to the actor who played in oh man, he played in
That's a cool shot. I like that.
Hellraiser. He played in a lot of the movies, horror movies, but he also played in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. He played one of those aliens that has the big neck, Cardassians.
Oh, okay.
And
Those kids that were messing with his body.
oh yeah, it was great, man. He was talking with that guy. That guy was cool too.
Oh, because now he
But,
has a body.
Yeah, we walked up to him to start talking. Andrew Divoff, another guy who plays great bad guy. He played a bad guy in Lost TV show.
That's how it remember?
Yeah.
He's been in tons of. I mean, you see him all over the place.
Cars burn out.
I think he was in Wishmaster.
Oh, that's
The old-
crazy.
I think he was in the movies.
What's that one called? Just Cliff's Wild. Oh.
But those guys were actually really cool, man. We met Christy Swanson, the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She was seemed a little bit snobby, but not like. It was kind of like in a way where you kind of liked it because it kind of felt like it was a character from a show.
I'm like, I want to touch it.
So you can pad it out with sketches too. We try to go more.
But yeah,
finished ones.
Oh,
Right.
know who we met? Yeah, Halloween. We met the guy that I liked the most was Tom Atkins. Tom Atkins from Escape from New York. He was in the beginning of the movie. He was one of the cops on the wall. The one of the with Lee Van Cleef. He was also in Halloween 3, The Fog, a lot of John Carpenter films. Yeah, we met him, and Tom Atkins loved Mike. He kept every time we walk around, he'd be like, we hear someone yelling, "Hey, Mikey, Mikey," and he's yelling across the floor to Mike, and I'm like, because we talked to him.
Man, this is a dead zone. You're in the bunker where you're not getting any connection.
Maybe I'll just turn that off. Maybe just turn off and refresh. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Cool. Yeah, Adrienne Barbeau, she played the Brain's main squeeze in Escape from New York. She we got along good with them. She actually she actually emailed me some Japanese language lessons because we're talking. Her son was going to Japan, and her son with John Carpenter, and she was learning Japanese so she could have something to talk with, kind of, help out with her son or whatever. Anyway, she just sent me some lessons, emailed me. So it was weird. Adrienne Barbeau was emailing me Japanese lessons, and she offered, because we're talking about moving to LA, and she offered to one of her friends has a guest house, and I was just like, dude, I could have been a Kato Kalin. Kato Kalin style, man, living in a guest house, some celebrity guest house. But Mike and I wanted to, go move together at the same time, and it was only for one person, so I should have took her up on it, but. What?
Tomb said to get rid of the lead paint on your walls, Becky. They're good making the connection out work.
Oh. I can't do anything about that. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you're fine. Do something with it.
What is that?
Peanut butter cookie.
Oh, look at this. Becky baked some cookies, man. If you guys were here, I'd share some, man. It smells good in here. Sorry to eat in front of you guys. Thanks, Becky.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm returning you can take out my trash. Because it is filled.
Or no way.
He said back in the Swamp Thing days, he would have took her up on it.
But it was a guest house in the back of this, of someone's property, so they'd probably give me a good deal for LA.
I'm just joking. That's really Valentine's gift. How about that?
Okay, let's see here.
It's too easy.
Yeah, too easy. Let's see here.
If you ever need to convert videos, you can go to that place now too. I know it's pricey, but it's worth it.
Where are they?
They're on the other side of the highway of SoCal. So you just keep going down. They're called Perfect Image Video, and they're in a strip mall.
How long does it take?
I got my videos done in a day. Like
It takes a whole day?
like a few hours. I'd say.
I mean, you have to...
I dropped them off Thursday.
So they literally don't do them right away?
Not really. I mean, they set a...
This is a little experimental here.
And the guy called me and said, oh, they're ready to pick up. And they close at 5.
Because I have some VHS anime that I cannot find on DVD.
Yeah.
I would love to have them convert them to DVD.
Oh, they can do that.
And then I will sell them. No, I'm just kidding.
As long as you knew that, you're fine. I told the guy, I was like, well, there's a Western show I grew up on, Crossville, and I have it behind the scenes. I've never seen it, but I bought it off Amazon. But I'm like, I really want to see it because it got kind of Copeland in it.
I think I'm gonna start trying to put
But
some
yeah, we
white
can
in
do that
here.
for you.
Oh wait,
So,
are you kidding me?
yeah.
I unplugged this.
Scenes.
Yeah, but I've never seen it though. So,
All right,
and,
we're back again.
And everything. So that's why I was like, that's like how they made it. But I
Okay, so I think we have the video here.
I believe. Yeah. But you can actually buy
Tried a
it.
new
This
technique.
one is just like what?
I got some acrylics. I'm gonna get a little messy.
You need to get through.
I'm gonna get this. This is my paper
What a
palette.
dirty man.
Yeah, I gotta wrap this up. I'm almost done.
These guys are getting demanding anyways.
What they say?
They're telling you to go sit on the roof.
Oh, how dreadful.
And Andy's like, you need a wire connection, Matt.
Oh, is that the reason why he's gotta?
It is true. You do probably need a...
Yeah, that's true. I'm at Becky's place, so this is not my usual Wi-Fi connection. I'm using my phone Wi-Fi, so that explains it. Sorry about that, guys. A little bit of finger painting going on. Yeah.
How did he get that?
What?
Are you saying women are bad with technology or just Becky? Where did that come from?
Hmm? I don't know if I want to talk to these people. And they've been on my butt all night.
Andy goes, watch it, Tomb.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
he just
put a funny face. Yeah.
he's just
Oh,
upset
yeah.
that he doesn't have those cookies. He can't get any of those cookies, man.
Oh, that's why. Did you tell him it's Reese's?
Reese's
yeah,
cups.
Reese's
Oh,
peanut
Reese's.
butter cookies.
Yeah, sorry, Tomb.
Another batch is on the way.
And they're so much better when they're warm.
Go for that more. I ain't stopping you. Here's another batch. Like, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
There
Yeah,
you go,
women
man.
are tempting, aren't they?
Oh, thanks.
I don't have any forbidden fruit, but I got some cookies.
She's got feet like the devil's hooves, but she can cook.
Wow. You know what? See, that's her last, for sure.
Oh, Tomb doesn't like peanut butter.
Anything. What the hell?
Oh, he's just saying that, aren't you, Tomb? You really love peanut butter, don't you?
Oh man, I'll pray over him.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done the finger painting in a while.
What are you drawing?
I'm gonna draw Jackie. She should be taller, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. I want to have like more of a lean.
Just draw one giant circle,
One giant circle.
not a whole bunch of little ones.
There we go. I kind of want to give it that portrait background. I'm going a little too overboard, but I figure it helps sell it a little bit better.
He said he loves peanut butter, like getting kicked in the nads.
As much as it's getting kicked in the Oh, man.
And he said it's really hot in Oklahoma.
What? No. Really?
What? Is that true?
It's cold out here.
Huh. Usually it'd be like.
He said, yeah, it's true.
What part of Oklahoma does he live in?
He said it's 70. Whoa.
What?
Is it really?
Has it been raining there at all? Because here it's been freezing rain.
Can I take a picture of your jacket? In more detail?
Little messy.
Because I did plan to do one of her squinting and smiling to make it different with each one.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Just throwing a little bit on the edges here. A white kind of whiten up that border a little. This is supposed to be a sketch, and like I said, I'm going a little overboard because I threw a color on even though it's only supposed to be black and white. I just want to give it a little bit extra to the people I'm doing this for and for the stream, I guess.
How cold is it over there, Tomb?
How cold is it? It's so cold.
No, don't do that.
Is that from a movie?
Yeah, they always set up, how cold is it? And you set up a joke. It's so cold.
He said it was 110.
Gee.
That's crazy. My mom would be saying something.
That was in Australia, though.
Oh, okay. So I thought Oklahoma. I was like, what the heck?
No way.
I'm not going back there for a while.
That place, yeah. Okay.
It is nasty when you're coming out of the plane. You feel like 95-degree weather, and you're like, oh, melting. I want to go back to San Diego.
Okay.
So it's not cold at all.
Here we go. Here's a little portrait, a family portrait of Captain Britain and Time Cheetah. I think I might add in like a little bit of
Really
Thanks. I'm gonna add a little bit of a white.
Put some darker color on the bottom where you fade them in. You ruined it.
Bit.
I guess I should put a little bit of a chain on a chain color. I mean, the color on the chain. Oops.
I hope she likes it. I'm gonna be upset.
Oh yeah, she'll like it.
No thanks.
They're all gonna be upset.
Yeah.
For what?
No.
He said, I hope she likes it.
Or be mad.
Or
Or
she
I'll
goes,
be
I'll be
very
upset.
upset.
And I'm like, that's funny. I'll be upset.
No, I get that line from Wayne's World. You know, like when you. What's this? It's like, oh, just open it. And then he's like, if it's a severed head, I'm gonna be very upset. I was like, just open it. And he's like, a gun rack? Yeah, a gun rack. What am I gonna do with a gun? Let alone a gun rack. What am I gonna do with this gun rack? I told Jossie that. And I was like, is it a gun rack? She was like, I looked at it. It is actually a rack, but for your coats.
A gun rack.
Like, hey, it's kind of close. It's not a rack.
Is this a gun?
I can't believe that. I love that.
If this is a
I mean,
gun
I
rack,
wanna
I'm gonna
buy
be.
that movie. It's so,
I haven't seen Wayne's World in so long.
so stupid. When she's like on her bike, she's like, "Hey, Wayne," she just boom, just runs into the car. And he's like, ooh.
Ooh, yeah,
And
dry
she's
heat.
okay.
You're funny.
I'm sorry, I'm just going on.
I gotta use that line now.
Gun rack.
What's that?
Shut it up. Shut it up.
Where is it?
It's her oven.
There's more?
Yeah. That's
Ooh.
Yes, more cookies.
You too.
Rack them up. We should
Yeah.
make that a thing. Have cookies. Who is it that does is it Lewis? I can't remember who does. He does a live stream, and he does it like at Dunkin' Donuts or something, where he's sitting there drawing. He does. It's like donut doodles or something. He's one of the CG guys.
See?
Yeah, Elliot. There you go. Elliot does it.
Oh.
I tuned into one of his maybe want donuts. This is our cookie doodle. Cookie Cheetah cookie sketches.
So you're gonna. I mean, we can take.
There's no with that all that white. I'm just wiping the getting all this acrylic paint off my fingers from finger painting. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I'll do it for you. I don't want you to drink when you make this like a cookie. I want to get some white out of those cookies. That would be.
All right. Let's see. We'll draw for food. Oh, he has diabetes, and he sits there in Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, he's got the heart of a lion.
That's all we could play.
Yeah, that's all we can play before they block our video. There we go. Hey, Humphrey Bear. Humphrey Bear in the house. There you go. It's a little sound bite from soundtracks that we would love to use in our videos, but we can't.
Because corporate.
Because they don't want the little guys to enjoy music with their friends.
Or the little girls.
Or the little girls. Okay, I'm going to get carried away if I do a little more. But there we go, fellas. Ladies and gents, whoever is here watching the video, thank you for tuning in. I'm probably going to do one more thing. I forgot. I got to do
Did you eat?
this wristband thingy.
6?
Let's see.
Say some more for him.
Yeah, save some of those cookies for me,
He's
man.
been eating them like crazy.
Watch that guy.
No.
Don't eat all my cookies, man. Let's see. I'm gonna add in a little bit of blue to the Union Jack. To let you know, this Union Jack He's not going to be very
Some will
accurate.
put pepper shoe kisses in them because they taste really good. That's what Trey did.
Come on, the sketch, the sketch.
What was that?
They are a good one.
Don't stop me now.
Yes, yes, definitely going to remember the competition for everybody who help push agenda on social media. So I'm going to get that together. I'm going to get the names together. And then,
That
yeah.
was my impression.
Yeah, Mike's parodying me over here. But yeah, I'm going to definitely get going on that. And also this Friday, I'm going to see if I'm going to try to be part of the auction for Mike Miller. He's probably going to want a lot of guys getting in on that action. But Mike Miller on Blacklist Universe has auctions going where people bring in their art. We had Ethan Van Skyva come in and do some art. I believe Elliot was there selling some things. I put a couple of pieces up and sold a couple of pieces from Drawn and Quartered. But I'll have some new pieces up. I'm going to try to advertise ahead of time. Last time I didn't really know what's going on until the last minute, literally, last 5 minutes. So I just threw up a couple of pieces. But now I have a better idea what people might want. So, yeah, stay tuned, you guys. Thanks for tuning in and watching me and listening to me live stream. I'm going to try to get going back on the bandwagon and doing this regularly. And trying to catch up on some work. But I'm definitely going to get back on here and do some more agenda pages as well that you can watch me do penciling or inking, whatever the two I'm involved in at the moment.
And go to Kingmakers Comics with an IX.com and you can see my Time Cheetah colored sketch.
Yeah. And Mike and Becky both are also doing a pinup in the new Time Cheetah book. So Becky's working on that right now as well as Mike. So thanks again. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Good to see everyone. Night Tomb, Andy, Humphrey Bear, and whoever else is still here in the room and the lobby. We got a lot of lag time and a lot of dropped signals, so we lost a few people. But
Night. Night,
Anjun, yeah, nice seeing you guys.
Good night to everyone.
Night, Andy.
Yeah.
Night, Tomb.
I'll catch you guys later. And like I said, I'll have the contest and everything going. So
Night, Turbo Wi-Fi.
good night. It'll be better next time. Trust me. So see you guys later. See, bye-bye. From Time Cheetah Captain Britain.